Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be doing a little training with you all today. My name is Danise Batista, and I'm an Executive District Manager and Independent Consultant with Arbonne. I'm going to be talking about two main points today, and I'll just share with you what they are before I dive in. The first is how I personally weave Arbonne into my everyday busy life and sustaining a successful business. And the second is how to overcome obstacles in your business when things don't go as planned. So I'm going to be starting with the first point tonight, and that is, again, a picture of how I fit Arbonne into my busy schedule. So as many of you know, I am a third grade teacher in Chesterfield County, Virginia. I said yes to this business while teaching full-time, while taking graduate classes at the University of Virginia for my master's degree in reading education. I am also engaged. I'm actually getting married in 2 weeks, but at the time I was full swing planning mode about a year away. And so my biggest hesitation is, how can I make this business work? How can I weave this into my daily life? How can I add something else to my plate? And I think many of us had that hesitation and realized that we can do this, but it's something that we have to continue our mindset and continue to tell ourselves that this is possible past the point of saying yes. So I just want to remind everybody, and something that I remind myself on a daily basis is, it doesn't have to be an all or nothing mindset. It doesn't have to be like that. It's just all what you make it. Just carving out a few hours into your week and sticking to it. I heard at the Impact Tour in DC that your calendar is your bread and butter, and I'm actually writing that down in my notes right now because it just came to me. But I just think that's so powerful. I mean, your commitment is directly reflected into your calendar. I also like to energize myself by thinking about my why. Why did I say yes to this business? Well, it's because I am busy now and I want to have more choices later on. So just focus your energy on why you said yes to this business and why you should stick to those couple hours a week. The last thing I'll say is just have consistent effort. I see a lot of people, just diving in 3 parties a week one week and doing nothing the next week. It's so important to, again, just carve out the few hours a week and stick to that schedule and just weave it into your life. I actually was talking to my newest teammate, Lauren Mason, and we were kind of boxing back and forth just about some Discover Arbonne calls and some things with her business, and she heard kids screaming in the background, and I told her, I'm sorry, I'm at recess right now. So, I mean, I'm totally out there watching the kids, just talking to my boxer and just weaving it into my life. That's when I can take a few minutes to catch up with her or check my email. And just weave it in, and don't overthink it, and don't tell yourself these stories. Just make it happen. You can do this. Now I'm going to talk about my second point, which is something that's really close to my heart and something that, I really wasn't expecting when I went into this business. But again, it's how to overcome obstacles in your business when things aren't going as planned. I've had the privilege of leading some amazing women on my team, and because of this, I've learned so many valuable lessons from their experiences as well as my own, and that's one thing I love about this business is my passion is teaching and training and growing and learning, and I'm able to do that with my team. So this whole idea of overcoming obstacles is something that has come up for me and my teammates time and time again, and that is, how to stay positive and keep that positive mindset when things just are not going how you thought they would. And I'll just share, this is really personal and intimate and not something I want to put out there for everybody, but, I've had a teammate before for her launch party who didn't get one sale, not one rebooking, not one potential teammate. I've had people launch and no one shows up, even though, we followed up, we dotted our I's and crossed our T's, but it just didn't happen. I've signed on to Discover Arbonne calls with my hair done and lipstick, and it's 9 o'clock, and I, told my fiance I'll be right back. I got to do a call, and no one signs on. And that can be really hard, and that negative self-talk starts to jump in. And as a leader, those of you who have teammates or you're a district manager above, that, your job is to encourage and inspire and motivate others. So what do you do when that happens? It was really hard for me too, because it's like I just talked about this life-changing opportunity in this business with Arbonne, and then womp, this is how it's starting. So how can you, sometimes it's the launch is the exciting fun part, and it's sustaining it that can be more challenging. So it's like, what do you do? So just from my experiences, the first thing that I like to share is that it happens to all of us. That is something that happens to all of us. There's not one leader in Arbonne at the top who hasn't had someone not show up to a party or not hopped onto a Discover Arbonne or didn't make any sales, or, you know, but it just happens. And it's something that I'm telling myself right now, and just not to give up. And I can't remember where I heard this, but the only way to fail in this business is to quit. Think about that. I mean, just not giving up and maintaining a positive mindset. I also like to think that, again, as a teacher, I always like to think that, you know, these experiences are happening to me because it's shaping me into the leader that my team needs me to be. You know, if I didn't have these experiences and people were showing up all the time and just selling all the time, then when this happened to one of my teammates, I wouldn't be able to speak to that experience. I wouldn't be a good source of support or be a good upline for her in that scenario. So I just don't allow myself to give into that negative self-talk and tell myself things like, this doesn't work for me, or this only is going to work for those people. You deserve to be successful in this business just as much as anybody else if you don't quit and you maintain that consistent effort and, you know, following our plan for success. So the last thing that I'll say is that I'm a teacher, so I always like to talk to my kids about having a growth mindset, and I always tell my kids to add the word yet to the ends of your sentences. So if you haven't found a new teammate, well, add yet. I haven't found a new teammate yet. I haven't promoted to district manager yet. I haven't promoted to area manager yet. I haven't had a successful party yet. Doesn't that sound so much better and just totally change how you feel? So just remember to reach out to your upline. We're all here for you. If you're feeling down or things didn't go your way, hop on a Go for Gold call or a Learn and Burn. Find something that's going to inspire you to just keep going, reflect on it, write down what you learned in a journal, and move on. You know, oh, your teammate decided not to do this business anymore. Well, who can I share this opportunity with that will? Just stay servant-minded and get yourself out of the way. There is a call called Strategic Building versus Emotional Building, and I love that call. I highly recommend it. And just think about that. So I hope that helps, and thanks for listening. Have a great night.